Ready, okay, going to call this meeting to order, starting at 5:30 on Thursday, January the 15th, 2026. Petitions from the audience, seeing none. Okay, we want to discuss, possibly approve the minutes of December 11th, 2025 meeting, and you have a copy of those if you'll take a look at those.
I've had the opportunity to review the minutes, and I will make a motion to approve when someone's ready to second.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a first from Barnett and a second from Cobb. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're going to, item number 4, accept nominations for board president. If we have any nominations, we can take those.
I'll nominate Houston Britton to continue in his role as board president.
I will second that.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Should have been here, Houston.
Number 5, accept nominations for board vice president.
I will nominate Karen to stay in that position.
I'll second.
He's not even going to give you a chance to talk.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. And 6th item, accept nominations for board secretary.
I'll nominate Rebecca Kemp to stay in the position.
Uh,
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye. Nobody's got water thrown.
Very good.
All right, we're doing good.
Everybody keeps their places. Okay, number 7, discussion regarding the Pryor Creek Rec Center's 20th anniversary celebration.
about that.
Nice.
Boy, that's exciting.
So we haven't decided on anything for certain. We've been rolling around a few ideas, and then I'm going to meet with the staff. I've kind of put it out there so get some input from them, and then I wanted to get any input from you. But kind of right now, my thoughts are along the lines of today I actually got a list of all the board members since day one, and there's like 41 of them, looks like. And so the 15th, the anniversary date is on a Sunday. And so at first I was thinking about maybe not doing it on Sunday, but then I got to think maybe that's a better day because there's no people don't work, and just have a kind of a reception type thing. Maybe a very short program. I was thinking about trying to come up with some item commemorative for all the board members, and then the original board doing something a little more for them, in the way of commemorative.
What month is that? I wasn't.
March 15th.
Okay,
Yeah, March 15th. 2006 is when we kicked off, I guess.
okay.
And then, like I said, I'm going to try to round up addresses and do invites to them. I'd like to do a kind of a personal invite to all those board people. Probably invite some former mayors that have been through that, that kind of thing. Jimmy was the one that was here at the time it was kicked off. And then I thought I might order some finger food or some light snack kind of a thing to have. Probably bring in a few tables, just, if there's elderly that need to sit down. But then just, just kind of have a social, have, like I said, a short program, do some introductions, give a few awards, maybe have Dr. Burdick speak, maybe. I was thinking about that. So, it's just, I announced yesterday at the Mays County Hope Luncheon that we were going to be doing something to try to get the word out, so maybe we have a decent crowd. So, but if y'all have some ideas, I'm certainly open.
So what day would you do it on, since it's the 15th, you
Well,
think?
the 15th, I'm thinking it's that Sunday.
Go ahead and do it on this
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah.
And will it be like an open house for the
Yeah,
community?
Yes, and that's what I announced yesterday. I talked to Dean Majors from the newspaper also and told him, well, he was at the meeting, so he heard it, but I asked him about maybe doing an article leading up to that beforehand, to get in the paper, and we can get it in the PIP as well. And, I've got a message ready to go on our message board. I don't know if y'all know, it's about two months worth of electronic messaging out at Hookers out on 69.8. I don't know, did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
We've got our thing, and that says 20th on there,
Yes.
an advertisement. And then I've ordered a couple of small banners that say 20th that we'll put around the rec center.
Wonder, would it be possible even like that month of March, maybe to have a couple of little, I don't know, different kind of events, just kind of celebrating that month, even if it's, I'm not sure, you know, if it's like a little special class or just some fun little events maybe a couple times that month. I don't know.
And, you know, I mean, I'm open. I think we can do, you know, whatever we like. You know, I could talk, you know, the staff and see what they have, you know, if
They have lots of
you know,
ideas.
Jess is kind of good at that kind of thing.
And it might even
particularly.
encourage new members if they could like
Yeah.
come in, maybe they had some kind of
Well,
special, something. I don't
And that's one thing, too, that came up, I think Katie maybe mentioned it, about having a one-day kind of a fire sale on memberships where they were $20.20 for a month, but maybe say, but you gotta buy a year's worth. Buy an annual membership, but you can get it for $20.20, you know, $20.20.
I thought you were gonna say you had for 20 years.
20.
We're gonna make some money
We'll,
then.
we'll stop it after the 2020.
That's a good
But,
idea.
you know,
Yeah,
so-
I would think the only advice I would give is social media and stakeholders. Make sure that
Yeah.
you have that social media
Yeah.
messaging, you know, starting as soon as you get some sort of plan with
Yeah.
what it's gonna look like, and then involve all the stakeholders you
Yeah,
can.
I think once we get the date firmed up, then we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we had anything on the Facebook page yet?
Not yet. I don't
You
believe-
could maybe even put something in there, you know, guess what's coming up
Sure.
in March,
Sure.
and without, even
Yeah.
if you don't have.
Yeah, we could kind of keep it a
specifics.
secret for a month,
Yeah, like
maybe.
a little secret kind
Yeah.
of thing, yeah.
Be a
Get
great,
people thinking.
yeah, it'd be a great way to kick off some of your corporate ideas too. So if you wanted to invite some corporate folks there,
Yeah.
if you're gonna be sitting down and eating, that's a great time
Yeah.
to do some internal marketing with board members and stakeholders.
That's exciting, 20 years.
So, which I want to talk about that too in just a minute here too, so. So anyway, that's what we got going on
Like
the
it.
anniversary thing, try to make a big splash and all, so. So anyway, that's all on that,
I like that.
unless y'all have anything.
8, director's report.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do it from memory because I did it, but I didn't print it off.
We'll trust you.
So, I kind of follow this. So the maintenance, you know, the HVAC unit is ordered, got that done. Karen just asked about Rob, you know, our former custodian / maintenance. So, you know, he left us at the beginning of November. So what I did is I've hired a cleaning service to come in 2 nights a week. And, you know, and so he's charging us $1,875 a month. So that's $20,000 a year. Well, Rob's package was $61,000.
Okay, okay.
So I thought that's kind of a nice savings. And if we had to, and he was really good on the maintenance. He really was. I mean, but we do have the wherewithal to hire some things, and then Gary Buffington does some lighter stuff for us. You know, we don't have to pay for that. But,
Has the service started?
it just is getting started. It's a little, they're learning kind of what to do and what we want. I mean, we have a job description, so to speak, but they've had some issues with some equipment and stuff. But yes, they're just now beginning.
Just started, okay.
Yeah. And the guy Classic Janitorial is the name of the group. And we've used them in the past to do our floors, buff and wax our floors and stuff, and they do a nice job. So I've got a little bit of history. But I did, and this happened between the last meeting and today, but I did list it in the paper for 2 weeks, you know, to meet the criteria, you know, for all the bidding and all that kind of thing. So on a service like this, we don't have to do a formal bid. We can just basically get estimates, list it in the paper a couple times, and then, but I did have a deadline, they had to have it in. Jay, I think she opened them, she and I opened, so, you know, it was all official, formal that way, so we don't get any blowback. But we don't have to, on that, we don't really have to, we don't have a contract with them.
Out of curiosity, did we have any other bids?
Yeah, we had 3,
We had 3?
and they were the lowest, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, yeah, we did have 3, yeah,
That's great.
Are
That's
they
what we like.
local?
yes.
That's what we like to hear.
918 cleaning, Shauna Parker, and a young gal came in kind of late in the game, the day before the bids were due. I can't remember her name, but she was high. They were the low bid, and I don't know, that's who we went with. 'Cause
Did
we-
you say 1875?
1875.50, I think, is what it is. It's some change.
And they come in and do that like after hours, is that?
So, yeah, so 2 nights a week, so Wednesday night and Sunday night. And so we kind of have some specific things. Sunday's a good day because our pool parties over the weekend mess up the pool deck, that kind of thing. And so they come in, they scrub that down. And they basically do all of our big surfaces, and then they'll do some trash and that kind of thing. But anything that's real noticeable. And it also includes buffing the floor once a month. And our floor, for some reason, I don't know, it's a mystery, we've got a bunch of scratches and stuff, and it's kind of in tough shape. So I'm gonna have it waxed before this event. But I wanted to wait a little bit, get a little more winter behind us. So, but they buffed it yesterday, and it looks a lot better already. But it needs to be stripped.
Will they be doing like the basketball and pickleball area?
The basketball area,
Have they
the
started doing
track,
that yet?
track, no, they didn't
Okay.
do that. I talked to Grant today, he said it was slick in
It
there.
is.
Yeah, and they were supposed to, but he said our machine didn't work. It's
I
not
think
sucking.
we've had issues with
Yeah,
that.
so he's gonna take it and have it fixed.
Oh, okay,
So, yeah, he'll handle that. So
okay, great,
it'll get better. It's been a little rocky getting off, but I think it'll be fine.
okay.
That's a huge cost savings, though.
Well, that's the thing.
It's
That's
big.
huge,
Yeah.
that's huge,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and then that gives us a little bit of money to hire kind of somebody to do some spot stuff with the floor, because I really have been harping on keeping the lobby clean. So when you walk in, you get kind of that
Yes.
first impression kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then, keeping the trash cans emptied and paper towels and all that kind of good stuff, So I think, we have a pretty good young staff on that, floor staff and that kind of, they're not too bad. We got a kid back, Josiah Long. He graduated last year and he went into basic training and he got done and now he's back. And he's good. And he was like that before, believe it or not. But he ran cross country out here for Jamie. But anyway, he's back and so doing a nice job.
Good.
So
Good.
yeah, so we're in pretty good shape, I think, right now. So that's kind of all the maintenance stuff the locker room. So I know I've been talking about kind of giving that men's locker room a facelift. So I'm working on kind of a bid sheet for that. And I talked to the floor guy again because his product I wanted to find out a little bit more about. But, and then we're going to seek out the kind of locker situation, locker combination and all. And then we'll put that in there as a requirement so we can get the best deal on that. And I think, I talked to Gary Buffington a little bit, we can probably save a little money because I think we can get Thunderbird in to help us like dismantle the lockers that are in there and haul them out.
Okay.
And that won't cost us anything. And then Gary, and we may be able to hire a company. We'll get a price for install, but putting those lockers together, it's just like an erector set. They come in kind of in sets of 3 and you just got to put little screws together to hold them together and that kind of thing. So we'll get some of that worked out. But I'm thinking we can get the whole thing done for a little less than $30,000. At least that's what it's looking like. So we'll see how the bids come back when time comes. But I'd like to do that, and I visited with Houston. So, we've got $67,000. This kind of gets into the finances. We had $67,000 for the HVAC, and if we do 30 for this, so we're pushing $100,000 total. Well, right now, on our financial, if you want to get out this long sheet, it's new. It's a new sheet.
Oh, okay.
All
New
right.
sheet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to,
This looks like a long distance.
yeah. Hope you brought your readers with you. So,
It's all great to me.
so what this is the official so far. So we got through November, all right? And Hannah, she kind of showed me how to do this, and so I made this thing off of those reports she sends me that are official. Now, what I'm gonna do is, this big yellow sheet, the financial one, that's gonna go away after today.
Okay.
At least that's the plan, but I needed it today because I wasn't quite where I wanted to be. So, but anyway, what I'm driving at is after November officially, we're at $62,159.59. If you go all the way to the bottom, down year-to-date net revenue, right? So we're at 62.1. Well, we're gonna get 10,000 for next time. We should have 10,000 of interest off of our CDs coming in. And then the Cherokee Nation owes us 21,804. And I talked to Danny today, so
Okay.
we'll see how that goes. So, that's another 30,000 on top of that, so we're at 90, 92, 93. So we're cash flow, we're having some pretty good months, you know, between our rentals and stuff, and we'll be getting, in another month, we'll have our first half of the year rental from the high school, between, Palm and the PE class, and that's about another $4,000. Then I think coming up, I've got the sheet in here, we'll get to that, but I think we're gonna get some more interest here before too long. So, if we can keep cash flow and keep our membership, because we're over 2,000 again last month.
Good.
And so, that's helping us, obviously. So, but this sheet, well, I'm jumping around too much, back up to the locker room. So, my thinking is we've got just about enough cash now to pay for the HVAC and the locker room remodel, right? So, but by the time, we haven't been billed for the HVAC unit yet, and I think it's gonna be, he told me the other day, it could be July before we get it. So it takes a while. So, we'll save some money, that gives us some time before we have to, I'm surprised he didn't, I thought we were gonna have to pay a bigger deposit, but I haven't gotten anything on it, and I'm not gonna ask, so.
Okay.
So anyway, point being, I think we're in pretty good shape if we can continue, this track, month to month. And then by the end of the year, we'll have some left over. But, if it wasn't for those darn HVAC units, we'd be putting money in our reserve,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, but I don't know if y'all differ, but I just feel like too, we just need to freshen up some things. It's 20 years,
It is.
in the men's locker room, you guys have been in there some, it's in tough shape. The lockers are rusting out, the bottoms, we got boards in there, I mean, it's just tacky. It's just not nice. And then the floors around the toilets and things, and so, because we'll put a new floor in, new lockers, and then we'll also, change out the partitions around the toilets.
And you got it too.
And we'll go with the composite, that kind of hard plastic stuff that doesn't rust.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good idea.
yeah, so.
We're disgusting creatures. We know what you like. We're sorry.
So anyway, that's that. So moving to the finances, like I said, this sheet, this is the official since the beginning of this fiscal year. Percentages, down the side, where we are, we're 42% complete through November of the year, and we've spent 35.7, so we're 6.3 ahead, under budget spend as far as spending goes. Now, we have a couple of items that are over the 42%, but more than a couple. There's one in particular that's kind of a big one. The groundskeeping is 76, but, we pay that only half the year, so we won't start paying that again till April, May. So it'll catch up, right, once we get to that point. And we'll be taking bids for that here in another 6 weeks or so. I did some checking on the sales tax. If you go down about halfway, a little more than halfway, in the far left column in July, we had 7,500 in sales tax, and that was high. Well, the reason is, I got to looking at that, we had 160,000 in revenue. That's when we got that big $54,000 check from Cherokee Nation, which is membership, which gets taxed.
Okay.
So that's why there was a spike in that. So if you look over, it's about 1,700 or so the next 3 months. Well, then when you get to November, it's 3162, and I haven't gotten an answer back on that.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and we didn't really, it was more, our revenue normally is 95 to 100 roughly, and that's where we were, so we didn't have a huge, spike in any kind of taxable area that month, so I'm not sure why that month it spiked just a little bit. It didn't go to 7,500, but it went to 3,200, so, which is about double the month before. So, I'll keep my eye on that. I don't know if anybody sees anything else that they'd like to know about.
The health insurance is pretty high.
Well, in that
That
one,
fitness, health insurance.
yeah, so, let me see here, fitness, which month are you talking?
It's, well, we're at 86.6% of the
Yeah.
budget.
So, okay, that needs to be adjusted because that's, wait, let me think now. So remember, have the budget number on there, and I don't think I brought it with me. But early in the year, both Kim and Jess were being taken out of that. So,
They
looks
haven't made
like,
the
looks like they
adjustment.
corrected it, but I don't think they corrected the, no, I'm sorry. No, they did, it hasn't been. It got corrected in November.
Okay.
See where it went down to 623? That's what it should be.
They
So
just
for
didn't
4
make the
months,
adjustment.
it was, and Kim's coverage is higher. She's got a big family. So that's why that is the way it is. So, yeah, she's got four kids. So,
Not bad for a month, though.
I'm just looking it over. I don't know if there's anything else in particular that might be alarming.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah. We're pushing it on a few of them, no doubt. Just a little bit over on some child watch salaries. We've scaled that back just a little bit. That's an area that, we err on the side of caution, because if you get, half a dozen babies in there, and then you got a half a dozen 10 or 12-year-olds, 8 or 10-year-olds, one person can't handle that.
No, it's better to
So-
do that.
So that's kind of why that has gone up a little bit, or is a little bit higher. So what I'm going to do to this sheet, well, any more questions on this one? I kind of jump around.
I do see okay, look down at fitness overtime. There's numbers in July, August, September, October.
And nothing in November?
No, and then it just has 0. I guess it's not enough to matter on the budget.
Oh, you mean in the percentage? Yeah, I don't know why that is. I just noticed. The longevity too, there's no budget in there
Yeah,
below it.
maybe they're just
Oh,
low enough that
I
it
saw
doesn't
that
matter.
earlier, but I just forgot to ask about that. So,
That's probably what it is. It's probably just so small.
I'm pretty sure if it's in here, there was a line with some money in it on the budget. And that's the other thing I'm going to add to this. I'm going to put the budget out to the side too. So I just didn't have time by the time I got this whole thing going. And then, if you go to this sheet, right, that has the, kind of the official, unofficial, and if you go on the front page, if you go all the way to the right, is December. And so hopefully this will be the last month we have to use this sheet, unless y'all like it. But,
You do a lot of work.
Yeah.
so December unofficially is a good month. We finished 88,000 in expenses and 98,000 in income, so we made about 10 grand. So,
good.
so, we're plugging away, doing okay. So anyway, so this, we'll still continue to have an unofficial column for the immediate previous month, but it won't have the comparison though, last year to this year, because the sheet just won't, unless you all like this. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I'm trying to streamline things a little bit so you don't have as much paper to push.
As long as you know what projected growth and where we're at with maybe some comparable times.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think it would need to be on paper every single time.
Yeah, I'm tracking it all, and kind of like the same thing with the membership
Yeah.
piece. I've got 3 years worth of
I think
membership.
you're clearing house enough on whether we're doing good or bad.
Yeah.
Let me ask a silly question as we talk about fitness salaries. When you have trainers on the floor and fitness staff on the floor, are you paying them hourly? Is that what we're doing?
No,
Okay,
no. We've got a plan or a sheet or a program, I'll call it. And so if, kind of like with our contracted groups, they pay us 20%. Now, the one exception to that is if you're a full-time employee, I'm not requiring them to pay us back. That's a perk for them to earn extra money, but they're not on the clock.
Yeah.
Okay?
so, yeah,
But we do have a couple that aren't on the clock, that aren't employees.
yeah.
And if they are, we have a threshold, hourly threshold that they have to hit, and that dictates what they pay the rec.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Do you set the rate of what they charge per hour? Or does the trainer?
no, they do,
They do?
yeah. It's all, I think it's, well, the least amount that I know is 35.
Okay.
Most of it's 35.
And you get 20% of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're-
Comparable, just for, to put in your brain, comparable in Tulsa, I did some research. A lot of those places, after 90 days of paying their salary, the staff salary, they completely put them on, what's the word?
Training, kind of a training
Yeah,
salary.
trainer salary, fitness staff salary, and they pull 40 to 60% off that, of their income, so.
Well, we're not getting raises very often,
Yep.
We got a point and a half as a bonus this year as a city employee.
Yeah.
And so, it's on me because I wanted to set up so they could make more money.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
And not damage anything else that we got going on,
Yeah.
And, but, so like if you're a part-time employee and you work, I can't remember, it's been a while since I've actually looked at, but, they've got, it's like a 0 to 10 hours, a 10 to 20, and a 30 to 40.
Okay.
And then, so they're paying a percentage back based on how much time they work with us. But our full-time people, I wanted it to be 0, And we've only got a couple others, Seton, she's been pretty good. And, and they've got sheets that they fill out of their, and what they're charging the people, and they turn all that in. And so we have record of all that, so we know what we're getting. And they hand me a roster each month.
Yeah.
Of how many people or who they're training, so there's some accountability.
Okay.
So this sheet, I guess, if y'all, I'll get rid of that hopefully next time and just expand on the long sheet. And, I want to add the budget numbers out to the side, and then I'll keep that percentage on there, so we'll have one tidy sheet to deal with. So anyway, and then you do have a sheet like this, a couple more back, that has the CDs, as our CDs, our investments. Yeah. So, the one there, let's see, where's it at there? 20, yeah, there's a, 421. Oh, I'm sorry, where's it at there? 12, yeah. The $247,000 CD, that's the one we'll be getting some money, getting the 4%, 4.1 off of here soon. So Lori hasn't told me that she's got it off, pulled it off there and given it to the city for deposit. But so this is kind of an update. And what she does, Lori Ballou, I think most of you maybe know her. Yeah, so she shops it for us and then plugs it in. So the rates are a little lower than they were a year ago.
Yep.
So we had a lot of 5%ers.
Yeah.
I think last year, last fiscal, we took in about $42,000 worth of interest overall. So not too bad.
Pay for a part of an HVAC.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Small
right.
part.
Yeah,
Nickels and dimes,
Yeah.
nickels and
Love that.
dimes.
yeah.
Pay for the meal laundry.
So then I guess the next thing, let's see here. Let me look at my little sheet. Okay, that's finance. So aquatics, we had, I think we had 8 public parties and we had 5 private parties last month. Jackie's got 50 kids in swim lessons going on. She's working on we met with Marcia White out at the Cherokee Nation, out at the Development Center before the holidays, and so we're putting together a swim program for those kids out there. And so we'll get something going there. And we're kind of working on transportation and how that might all look. But so that's something Jackie's working on as well. On the fitness side of things, we finished up the Maintain, Don't Gain. I think we ordered 96 shirts for that. So that was pretty good. I think she had 118 sign up and 96 went the distance, so that was good.
Good.
And then she's starting a step challenge now. So
We were wondering about that.
Yeah.
When does it start? That's okay, I'll be
It's
there
on
tomorrow.
I think in February, because I just sent the flyer over to the guy that does the monitors, our internal monitors,
Okay.
so it'll be on there. So I think it's February is when that starts.
Perfect.
So doing that, miscellaneous wise, I've already mentioned the cleaning service. The other thing that I'm doing and this is kind of because we have a few extra bucks, but I think it can make money for us, is, so Christina Satina, you know, little short gal that works for us at the desk, you know, yeah,
Yeah.
great outgoing and all that. Well, I've talked to her, and she's going to do some prospecting for our corporate membership programs. And I had some brochures made. I should have brought one. I'll bring one so y'all can see it. But I have some brochures made up, and I'm gonna treat her like an insurance agent, put her on the phone, and turn her loose.
Yeah,
That's great.
I was one of those too for 10 years, so I know how that goes. I wasn't as successful as Bill, though. But anyway, I think she's excited about it. I put a job description together and told her the expectations and stuff, and she took it home a couple days better. She said, I'm ready to go. She said, I'm excited about it.
yeah, she seemed to, I spoke with her about it. She
Did you?
seemed to,
Okay,
yeah,
good,
Yeah, she seemed
good.
really excited about it.
Yeah, so I think that could generate some revenue for us. So we'll see how that goes.
Do we have very many corporate ones?
You know,
I
it's,
just meant
it's,
not-
yeah, it's kind of, if you look on your sheet here, it's not very many. You know, it's only 4 or 5 a
Okay.
month, or one, like it was in December.
Oh,
They kind of come and go. But I think if we can, you know, I think we need to do a better job of building a relationship with the business, you know, and then try to come up with some sort of marketing to continue that, you know, periodically through their year. The other thing that I've talked to Kim about is Kim wants to put some fitness programs together and incorporate that in, you know, and they would pay for it, but do some worksite wellness type stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
and maybe
yeah.
go out there. We started doing that when I was at the Y in Pittsburgh. We were kind of getting that going when I left, but she's approached me about doing that. So, and we've been talking about it for a while, but now with Christina going, maybe we can get that going, get that tied
Sounds
in.
good.
Just a little more value to, you know,
How many people do you need to have for a corporate account?
one. Yeah.
One?
Yeah, we're not putting a limit on it. You know, some places, because for us, it's really pretty easy, because it's really kind of individual memberships, but we just need a monthly verification that they're an employee there. That's the thing. Most of the places so far aren't paying for it, so they can come in and say, hey, you know, I'm with Ray Corporation or whatever, and, you know, they said that, you know, I could get a corporate membership. Well, we want to tighten that up a little bit, you know, and get a list.
Yeah.
You know, they'll tell their employee, hey, I want to participate in that, then the employer sends it to us, then we start signing them up, because then we've got something to look at,
Yeah.
you know, so anyway, that's something we're going to do, so,
What kind of
What's the benefits of
that's
it?
what I was gonna ask, the benefits of it.
new membership.
No, okay.
They get a
I mean,
discount.
for-
Yeah,
Okay,
They get
yeah,
it, I'm
the
sorry.
employer pays partial or all of the
Okay.
membership.
Got it.
Or they do get a 15% discount just by being an employee.
Oh, okay.
That's the.
I'm just, like, my business, for example.
Yeah, we could do
So I
it.
could give you a
Set it
list
up.
of my employees.
Yep.
They sign up for X amount of dollars,
And they'll
and
get 15% off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corporate.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Oh, I was
Oh,
just saying,
yeah,
we've got a corporate one.
okay, yeah.
And a lot of your insurance carriers carry discounts for people that do like a corporate.
Right, they have some reimbursement
Yeah,
programs.
they do.
Stuff,
They do.
so,
Well, that's good.
Um,
Okay.
there's 3 methods of payment that's in the brochure that we're doing. And Kim kind of handles all that behind-the-scenes process and stuff, so. So,
I mean, I think I have 3 employees that are already going, so I don't know what the
Well-
difference would be for,
well, if we kind of redo it, they
Yeah.
get 15% discount,
okay,
so, yeah,
I may talk to you about that.
okay, yeah,
Might be better for all of us.
sure.
And when you go to hire your 4th person, you can say, we have an employee wellness
Well,
program.
except I'm on a membership with my husband, that might kick him out. He's not
Well,
employed.
if you fire him and you find somebody.
He's technically employed, but he doesn't get a paycheck. How's that?
Well, boy. I've had jobs like that before.
Coaching's like that.
That's right, it is.
So, okay, that's kind of something new. So then on the membership side, you can see down, we had 2018 through December, so we up just a little bit, which was good. So, and I think we're doing pretty good. I see the revenues. We we've had some $1,000 days. You know, every night, I get a report. It's automatically generated when they close the books, you know. And so we've had, early in the month, we had a $3,000
Wow.
day. And then we've had a couple of $1,000, you know, there's a lot of times just around 500, but we've had, seems to me, it's a little bit higher than usual, so.
That's great.
So that's good.
That's good. I like the new shirts, too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I
like
do
that.
too.
We kind of went back to the,
Gray's always good, but I do like that blue real
That
well,
electric
too.
blue color, yeah, it is
Nice.
nice.
well, we
Yeah.
tried to mix it up a little bit, because
Yeah.
I got out of the process. I just did the ordering. My polo shirts didn't go. They like to give me a hard time.
Dennis really likes his.
Does he?
He wears his quite
Well,
well.
he's my age, so, you know.
Well, maybe that's who we need to
Yeah.
be marketing.
Sweatshirts and hoodies are
Yeah,
better.
the PCRC coveralls didn't go over
Yeah,
well.
exactly. Yeah, they like to remind me of that. Just stay
Yeah.
out of it. You
Yeah.
just pay for it. We'll take care of it. Because I took Jess out to TAC to pick a T-shirt, because we're trying to get those soft
I
T-shirts.
like those so much
Yeah,
better.
you know, so,
And you don't always have to carry, that was one of the things that Cherokee Nation does with their gift shop. They carry some of the stuff, but then also you can go to a website and you can pick out some higher end, like quarter zips and
Well,
things like that.
and then we've talked to TAC about setting up an online store.
That's great.
That's a
So
good
it's not-
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they charge like $100 to set it up.
And then people could just pick whatever they want, but then with the logo of the.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
They can buy Nike shirts or whatever and put that logo
You go
on.
high
And
end,
I-
you can
And
go
then
high.
certain people can buy polos.
Exactly. That's right.
And
Well,
that's great.
I've got all the ones that they didn't sell because nobody wants them. So, no.
usually your
I got a
staff, a
couple.
lot of time your staff will.
Hey, you could do those as door prizes
Door
or
prize.
something at
Well,
our,
well, I did. I gave one away at
Good
the
idea.
Christmas party. I think I gave
Yeah.
a polo away,
Yeah.
well,
somebody.
you could do it on
David.
our anniversary thing.
Oh, I did.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, you could do it on the anniversary deal.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
good.
Good idea.
So,
Yeah, the store would be a really good idea.
Yeah, it's a smart thing.
yeah, we did that with athletics or teams because all the parents want to buy stuff, you know, so. But yeah, we'll get that going. Thought we'd wait just a little bit since we just bought all this other stuff.
Yeah, sure.
And just let a little, hopefully we sell some and then we'll get that going this spring. And then, here's the Cherokee Nation. You know, the membership's still pretty strong, 509, and through December, and just, we've got, we're owed 4 months there, but, 21,804, so I think we'll, and I talked to Danny today too about the climbing wall, and then I let him know about because I think we're gonna, regardless, we're gonna take it down, so he, and I told him, because I got a group lined up to do that. It's gonna cost a little bit, but we need the space. And it's just dead in there, it's just taking up space that we could use for other things, so.
Do they want it still? I thought they did.
Well, I think they do, but they haven't made a move on it. So I told them, I said, I've got a group lined up for Tuesday to come and take that down, and they can put it on your trailer or whatever,
That's, and I would stick with that strategy. Cherokee Nation has lots of storage, and I
Yeah.
would say, guys, we don't care what you do with it, we just want you to store it and it's yours.
Right.
So anyway, we'll see how that
Yeah,
goes,
yeah.
but, that's coming.
What are you gonna put, I would make a suggestion that I would probably put all those, Smith machine squat racks into that dungeon.
Well, that's kind of,
It's getting to be as you enter from one room to another, it's
a little
getting,
tight right there.
there's, there's some people collecting during that time, and
Yeah.
at 5 to 7, some of the younger guys, bigger guys, and that's something that it's just asking for an accident.
Well, a year ago when we did this, and I have the list, but I met with the staff, and because they all kind of have a different thought on what they want to do. 'Cause we thought about, putting the heavy stuff in there,
Yep.
or maybe some dumbbells. I know Kim trains a lot of her people in there.
Yep.
The women, they like to be in there, I think, versus out in the open,
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking as of egress coming from design, you're putting people's traffic flow, you're literally making that the intent, and you're putting it right there where people are lifting sometimes 700 pounds on plates, and if that unloads,
Yeah.
that falls right into that egress. So now you're looking at negligence. So I love preference,
Yeah.
but as a safety thing and
Sure.
to
Well, yeah.
protect the rec center, put all that stuff in there.
Yeah.
Put it at a dead end, so you're not over there unless you're the user.
Can't go back and forth.
Yeah, don't put it in an egress, a thoroughfare, don't put any of those heavy plate stuff, put it at the very end, a dead end. It's the cul-de-sac of what you're trying to do. Because that way, if someone says, well, I was walking over there, well, you were the user of it. So,
Right,
and that helps a lot.
yeah,
A smashed toe or a shattered shin from a 55-pound plate falling on
Yeah.
something is not what you want to deal with.
yeah. Definitely,
Well, I've seen those boys bail on them, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's a lot of weight to just
Yeah.
come flying off both
Right.
sides, so.
right. Okay. All right, I think that's all I got. Unless
Anybody
somebody-
have questions
anybody's got anything
or
else?
unforeseeable business at all?
It's still unforeseen.
Still unforeseen. Okay, well, I'll call this meeting.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, there we go.
I'll second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, 6:11.
All right, good for another month.
Mike, thank you. I feel like you're always so well prepared for us.
Yes,
Well,
thank you.
Very much.
you know, tonight I got lucky. I don't think you asked me a question I didn't have the answer to, but a lot of times I don't right off. You know, it's like when we made that presentation to the